I use a pasta machine for blending, conditioning and rolling sheets of clay. I also have an acrylic roller, I have a tile to work on, and a kitchen oven that I bake my clay in. These are the colors of clay that I use for the projects. I also have some scrap clay, Fimo Soft, Primo, Fimo Classic, and Creole Therm clay. You may also like to try different brands of polymer clay to see what suits you best. However, when making miniatures, it's advisable to use a firm clay for best result. Also check the manufacturer's instructions on how to bake the polymer clay. Now let's look at the sculpting and cutting tools. A tapestry needle with a clay handle, 3 sizes of knitting needles, a makeup brush with a flat end, a wooden tool with an arch head, a dental tool, a blunt knife tool, toothpicks, an X-Acto knife, a stiff clay blade, and a bendable blade. Here I have an assortment of cutters: leaf, small flower, and a larger flower, heart. I also have several sizes of round cutters, a round brush protector, a small oval cutter, and a larger oval cutter. This is liquid Sculpey, and for ease of use I have put some liquid in an empty film container. I have a paintbrush that I only use for liquid Sculpey. I like to use liquid Sculpey when baking the clay in several stages. When attaching raw clay to baked clay, it makes the bond stronger and it works like a glue. If you have used talcum powder on the clay, liquid Sculpey would help making the clay stick. I also tend to use it when the clay is quite firm and when the pieces doesn't stick easily together. And I use it on fragile parts of the miniature that needs an extra strength. Bake it at the same degree as the clay you are using. I use talcum powder as a release agent. I've put some powder in an empty lid and I use a big fluffy brush. When painting on polymer clay, you should use acrylic paint. Here I have the colors I have used in the projects. The brand is not important, use the ones you have. I have several brushes ranging from small to medium, pink paint, blue, white, yellow, black, bright gold, a more dense gold, copper paint, Fimo gloss varnish, Fimo silver powder, and brown antiquing medium. Here are some extra tools and materials that I also use: thin food paper in small ready-cut sizes, fine sandpaper for finishing baked clay, thin wire, epoxy glue, super glue, paper glue, and baby wipes for cleaning hands, a magnet, a little marble, wire cutter, a manual drill, scissor, rough sandpaper, and Shaytex texture sheets for making texture in the clay. The supplies will be shown at the end of the video. Now let's get started.